Welcome back to day 4. Some digits that will do that. Day 4. It's day 4. It is. And welcome. Look. Gone posh. Yeah, it's about time to be fair. It needed to happen. Right, so if you're just catching up, we've got kind of basic plumbing in over there. Hot and cold feed for this ensuite bathroom. Yesterday finished this beautiful wall. You'll see in day 2, whatever we did last video was, day 3. I've been building this and some top tips. Today's one is going to be basically finish with some extra plumbing, getting it across, get a T from there over here ready for the bath taps. Gonna get some waste connections sorted out, and I'm going to build, so the bath is going to be going on a massive platform which is going across there to raise it up to allow a good run to the waste over there in the corner. So today will be very much a sort of plumbing slash woodworky kind of day, which makes me very happy again, because I just like that sort of day. Basically like every day. I might just say that now, every time I watch a video, I'm going to be enjoying myself. So gonna get that done, gonna get cracked. So what I'm going to do is, client's about to make me a cup of tea, so I can scratch my head, have a quick think, get some planning done, and then get cracking. So I'll see you in a second. Oh yeah, for you, it's been milliseconds. For me, it's been right now. But what I have done is, there you go, you can see that. Right, this is not fitted, okay? So this is just for me to kind of see the space, see what's going on, to kind of plan out where the plumbing's going to go, because obviously we've got to run hot and cold feed for the freestanding tap. Radiator's obviously going over there. Toilet was planned to go here, and obviously shower going over this way. But the other thing I wanted to do was like show the client exactly what's what and what's where, because actually at this stage it's like, look, this is where the step's going to be for the bath. That's where the toilet's going to go. This is the size of the shower. So I've marked everything up on here so it's all could be seen visually. And now we've changed tack, which is fantastic, because I love that. I prefer that to work with the client and discussing things, as opposed to just cracking on and going to the A plan. It's like, well, are you kind of happy with this? Does this work? Should we move it around? Because now's the time to do it. So, change the tack. So obviously, this is going to be staying exactly as it is. That's going to be the bath. Happy days, done. Toilet is no longer going on this wall. We're going to shift that over to this side, over here. So it'll be shower, toilet, sink, which is easy peasy. But what I will have to do now, which is a slight adjustment, is I'll have to stud off some of this bottom part of the wall, because to get the Saniflo waste and that kind of in, this is a brick wall which goes into the hallway. So you could kind of try and chase it out and stuff, but it's just a nightmare. It's a lot easier just to kind of pad it up and stuff, and we need to run quite a few services in there now, so it's going to make more sense just to stud it out. So I'm going to get cracking on studying that out. That then means I can run my plumbing for the sink, the toilet, the shower, and then get the waste kind of ready to rock and roll. I can then get the rad dropped, get the pipe work over here ready for the radiator, and all those bits and pieces now. But yeah, communication is key when you're working with a client. Don't just do things and think, oh, well, I'll have to chat later. It's like, chat now before you do stuff, because it's going to make it a lot easier, okay? So, happy days. So I'm going to sort of have another cup of tea, have a bite to eat, because it's definitely 10 o'clock, which means it's definitely time for a sandwich. And yeah, I'm back in a bit, hopefully. Righty dokie, so just spend a little more longer chat with the client. We're absolutely happy, we know what we're doing. The only slight concern we have is the type of Saniflo we're going to use for this system. So I can't pad this wall out quite yet, because Saniflo do 2 types of product. They do one where the macerator is separate from the toilet itself, so they go into a bit of boxing or whatever, which is fine, but that then brings this wall out 200 odd mil, and she'd like to keep it as slim as possible. They do the other one, which I fit before in this house, which is the Saniflo Compact, which basically the macerator is really cool. It fits underneath the toilet itself. So literally the part you sit on, the macerator is built in there, which then means is out the back is a 30mm pipe machine, comes out, goes up across, and then feeds straight into the waste down there, which then means the box in itself doesn't have to be that deep. It doesn't need to necessarily be deeper than the actual 30mm pipe itself, which is good. But we're just kind of, she's calling up Saniflo to have a chat about the flow rates and other few bits and pieces that she'd like to know more bit about. So that's fine and dandy. So, but in the meantime, one other job I do need to do is drop this rad, which is very easy to do. So if you never dropped rad before, you're slightly concerned, you're thinking, oh, how do you go about doing all that kind of stuff? Then basically all you need is one of those and a few more things. Sorry, did I mislead you? Sorry. So you need one of those. You'll need a couple of like wrenches, a vacuum cleaner capable of sucking out water, because that's quite useful, and one of these little kits. Again, easy peasy. So basically inside of this, all you have is 2 bungs, Bum, bum, bum. Easy peasy. And all this is going to do, the header tank that feeds the central heating system here, you basically bung the vent, bop, on that side, and then you'll bung the feed going into the system. Basically close off one side of it so that when I work on one side at a time, never do two sides, only one at a time. It's like a vacuum. It's like sucking water up into a straw and put your thumb over the end. You can take it out the liquid and move it where you need to. So basically what I'll do is, I'll bung it all up, do what I need to do, undo one of these nuts, open the valve on the side of it, and that'll allow water to flow freely through the radiator, because that's all good and done. That will then suck out all the water. It'll probably suck a bit of water out of the pipework as well, but the water won't come through. Once that is completely cut and open, water won't come through it because it's held in by a vacuum. Do what I need to do, run a connection across there, which I'll probably do in a minute ready, because the radiator's going to go on this wall. And then from there, once that's connected and done to that pipe, I then do the same to that pipe, do a bit of sucking, shouldn't be much in it at that point, cut it, and then just make my join and bring it all the way around here. But I shall show you as I do it, because I know these things are quite interesting, people like it. So ladders are already set up. I'll put those there. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run my new pipework from here, roughly around to where it needs to go. So literally the second I've done the cut, I've got the water out, I can just go blop, connect it straight on, that one's done. The other cool trick I'm going to do is, because I don't want to have to go up there and bung it again when I've got the new radiator, because that is a slight pain. It's not a pain, but you have to put your head up and get into it. And actually the header tank in this loft is about this far from the ceiling. So, you have to just kind of get your hand in there, do a bit of that. That looks wrong, forgive me. Is I'm going to put some 15mm isolation valves, like the big ball valves I've got around there, in the wall here. So literally, once these two brand new feed returners connected, I won't have to get back in the loft again. Because these are full bore, full opening, all I need to do, once I've got this new radiator, it's hung, it's come this side of the wall, because I won't pass borders bit straight away, is open valve, boom, the feed is in, that'll get blocked up, you don't need access to those ever again, but it just saves me a tiny, tiny job, which I like. So, I don't know where I've put those, they're in the back of the van, I'll go get those. And so I'll run this pipework now and I'll show you what I've done. Right, so I've prepared my bits and pieces, so you can now see. That doesn't matter, it's something different. But over that way, you can just see the L bracket, the L connection's on. You can also see I've deburred this. I got all the paint off, got it nice and smooth, a bit of wire wool, so that's ready to accept that fitting onto it now. So I go plop, screw it on down, and it comes across here and finishes there. This one's exactly the same, that's ready to go on, all nicely cleaned up, ready. And here we go. So here's my two ball lever valves. So people ask me all the time, I get a lot of questions, I don't know why. How do you do it? Can you connect compression onto plastic? And the answer is, yes you can. And it's very simple. So all you do, say that, slide that over there like that, slide this over there a bit like that, these are a bit tighter, but that goes on a treat. Stick that on like that, in there, you can see. I'm just see if it's over the top a bit more. Oh yeah, look at that. QVC hands now. That's on there like that. Tighten out by hand. Bit like that. A bit like that. Bit of Tommy Cooper. A bit of Tommy Cooper. Tighten it onto the valve itself. Like this. Give it a good old nip. You'll know when, because you don't want to go too much. I mean, it is what it is. So just enough to sort of feel it. So get it sort of tight. And just give it like a tiny, like quarter turn just to finish it. And there you go. It's as easy as that. So yes, you can fit compression onto plastic pipes. So that's that one done. I'll also do the second one. And now you kind of understand what I'm talking about when I say, like, literally, these are just sitting this wall now, done, ready. So once I've done these connections to the rad, I haven't got to jump up in the loft and isolate it and piss a fart around anymore, because they're live to here. Once I've got this rad fit, I'll just open up the valves, that feeds it, boom, nice and hot, jobs are good, and I like it. So what I'm gonna do now is, that's all set up and ready to go, get these connected, then I'm gonna jump in the loft, and I will show you the header tank, but you won't be able to see me actually putting the bungs on, because it's tight as a duck's munkle up there, all right? So yes, do these, I'll back up in the loft in a minute. Happy days. Couldn't help it. Right. Here we go. Right. There's the header tank for the central heating system. So this is the feed that will fill up the central heating. So if it starts to like need, if the boiler sort of split a bit of air and the system runs a bit low, This will basically fill it up. That's why you generally have to go around and like bleed your radiators every so often, just because, you know, if a bit of air gets in the system, the top radiators will potentially get a bit of air in the top. So by just going up and just bleeding it, allows it to fill up, and it'll be filled up by this bad boy. So one of the bungs will go on the inside, obviously, onto that pipe up there. The other one will go on and can get you into position. See this pipe that goes in the top? So basically this is the open vent. So that's what allows water to travel freely through it. So you just put that on the end of the pipe like that. Once that's done, I can then go in and I can disconnect one side at a time and drain it off and bung it up, connect it. Oh yeah, easy peasy. And it's 25 to 1, which will be lunchtime. So I should have this cracked in time for that. Well, that's what I'm hoping. So here I go. And there you go. How long did that take? Not long at all. Like 5 minutes. You can see, all connected up now. Jobs are good. Jobs are good. And there we go. Oh, one thing I did forget to say is that before you do this part, make sure your central heating system is actually turned off. It's not trying to pump water around. Top tip. But there you go. That's now connected. This radiator is now ready to drop. So I just got to jump back up in the loft, debung the system. So take those out. And that is it, job done. Radiator dropped, stick it outside and see if anyone wants to come and collect it, because you know people still collect metal. And yeah, I'm gonna have a bite to eat, and it is only, what's the time? 7 minutes to. That's not bad, that'll do. Right, like I say, radiator's done. The central heating system is back on again, so just testing for leaks, absolutely golden. I'll open up the valves with a little bucket next to them just to kind of bring the water through the pipe work across there. So it's definitely coming out there, so I know water's live to that point. And now it's just time for woodworking time again. So now we're going to build the base of the bath, because now I can get everything in, get it level, do it beautifully. So that's where the back piece is going to go. You can also see radiator pipe work is going to be back there. These two feeds are for the hot and cold for the tap. Obviously you can see plenty of space there to get those across to there. Now it'll be just putting in a support across here, nailing that to that one, and then basically I'm going to run one every 400 mil, again like we did for the walls, and that's going to give it plenty of support. I'm raising it up, so that's 195 mil, so nice and tall, which will give me a fantastic run for getting into the waist down there, because in the day, this is quite a big bath for fitting, so having the taps on pump will be great because it'll fill it up quick, but then having it raised up, waist over there, it won't take too long to empty it as well. Brilliant, happy days. Again, over-engineered. Always prefer that. Right, so I'll put it on time lapse so you can watch me build this, because who doesn't have a time lapse? I know I do. Beautiful, so one base now in, you can see, it's very nice. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chuck a couple of noggins in, just across there, wherever I kind of feel it, where it's not gonna be necessarily in the way of my pipe work. So for example here, I know the waste is gonna come through at this point, so I'll put a hole there. And so I'll put a noggin across this way, noggin across that way, where I know it's not gonna interfere with the taps, and couple in the front, just for extra stability. The other thing I'm gonna have to do is just jack it up and level it, because this floor is as pissed as a person who's on Friday just got their first paycheck and they're 16 trying to get down a pub. So there, I need to sign up, level it off. So I'll go to the van, get some more shims, raise it off the deck, make sure there's plenty in there to support it, and then yeah, cooking on gas. Then I can get one of these bad boys. So I split one of my MDF boards through the centre. So I get one down, put over there, because there's going to be pretty much nothing in that section anyway. So I can get that down, get a feel for it, and then yeah, I'll then run the waste to the bath and that kind of stuff, get everything kind of in place and ready, because now that that's in and this be in, I'll be getting it in. So yeah, good plan. And that'll be it for the day. So that has been not a bad day at all, considering like all the sort of changes, bits and pieces, but there you can see the base, this part is in. That part I'll finish off on, when I'm back, not tomorrow, Thursday. I'll get those bits connected up. But what you can see is like, to level this off, I screwed a bit to my wall plate, raised this up with the level on it, so I could then like zip it into here. So that gave me that level going in that direction. And then once I kind of figured out that actually that end is on the deck, which is fine and dandy, but this end needed coming up a bit. So once I kind of jacked up in place, I put this piece in, so you can now see, when I mentioned shims earlier, what I meant was like massive, huge bits of timber. So you can see that that is now in, it's been screwed and now gunned in as well. Across this bit, you can see, again, you just see it's a slight difference, see that difference there? So obviously that is now level. This is on the deck, this is on the base, on the floor. So that means that that isn't gonna go nowhere. So once you've kind of got your former in place, get it like leveled up wherever it needs to it, and just chuck in a load of offcuts of wood. Screw them if you can, absolutely brilliant. And then a couple of nail guns in, like when I fire the nail gun, I don't go straight, I go at different angles everywhere. So it just gives it support. So basically once this thing is filled up with a bath, with filled up with water, with a human being in it, it going nowhere, right? So yeah, tough and agile, like me. Well, no, not really, just kind of a gentle giant, but you know, whatever. So plan for next, well, Thursday will be finish off that little piece in the corner over there, get it leveled off. It won't go completely to the back, so it's kind of going to finish where it is. These are the offcuts that are originally in this space. There's also handy to keep hold of bits because you never know you're going to need it. So that'll be perfect, because all that's going to be in here is the inside of the massive cupboard I'm going to build. And that bit at the back will be where I run my waste connections in. So it'll pick up immediately onto the bath, WC, and then across it will come, and I'll pick up onto the shower waste and the sink waste there as well. So that'll all be running, hopefully, possibly Thursday actually, if I get a crack on. Well, I'm at the doctor's on Thursday, so we'll see how much time I get, but I'm coming back. So that is it, I'm done, I'm out of here, I've had enough. I'm gonna go drink some water, go to Tesco's, pick up some bits and pieces for tonight's dinner, and grab a Costa. Because dang it, I've earned it, and so has the missus, so sorted. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, all those bits and pieces, and I'll see you on Thursday. Any questions, ping them over. I will get back to you. We've just had a 6-month-old, we've got a 5-year-old who's a bit ill, so you know, there's all these things, but I will get back to you at some point. So yeah, any questions, ping them over. See you soon.